painters. So this is going to be my last time painting from Canada for you for the Wednesdays. I'm going to be doing it live, but for some of you, you're not getting them live, you're not hopping on, so I have to have a secondary source for you. So I figured rather than painting it 3 times, why not just invite you to my demo, how I figure it out. So that's what I'm going to be doing for you guys today. So turning it on this angle so you see it a little better, I can move my water over here. The colors that we're going to use for this one will be red, white, a tiny bit of yellow, that's way too much yellow, maybe a little bit of blue for the background, and some black using, I've got the 3 brushes. I don't know if I'm going to use them all or not, but I've sketched this guy out with a pencil. So I am going to make the background color. I'm going to be using some white and a little bit of blue, so I get that sky blue color. Now you can have your background a sky blue if you want. You can throw some purple in there. You could throw a tiny bit of black, which is what I always like to do because I like it so it's like blue but just a little stormy. So it's like a blue gray color. And even if it's not perfect in there. You can paint your whole background and then sketch later, or you can just do with me. I sketched in this glove holding a little bird. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to paint it all anyway, but try to getting around the glove, which is a kind of a rounded mitt. Add some water. And it's just going to be like a rounded mitt. So having the pointy end like I have there, we'll be getting rid of that. I'm quickly just going to color my background in. Real messy. Really messy. I like to sketch it out first. Sometimes I just wing it. I'm starting to do some traceable stuff now so that you don't have to. And I'm selling those in kits, so that's kind of fun too because they turn out perfect. Like you guys saw my truck and tree. Anytime you ever want to do that one, I have the traceable. I have the traceable for a new gnome now, and also for some little wooden ornaments. Super cute. All right. So that's the background done. Now I traced out the glove. Traced it out. I drew it out, and I'm just going to go over it in red, and then I'll make the take a little bit of water and put it in my red. I'm going to make all the little darker highlights or lowlights or shadows or whatever with some reddy black color. So I'm just going to sort of trace around here. Water. Trace around. So here's the thumb coming up. I know it's pretty scribbly. It's kind of hard to see. And my thumb will come around like that. I can adjust this too. So it comes across, slopes down slightly, and then on your thumb, I'll show it this way. You've got, so here's the glove. So you've got, this is what I'm doing, is this hump here, which is there, and then you're seeing the thumb. So just follow this line. Follows down like this, comes down. Don't worry about that curve in there, and then come up. And then we'll make that round. You can always lengthen this if it doesn't look right, or you can't shorten it. You can lengthen it. So that's the line that you're looking at, this one here. Come down, hump just slightly, come down, and the bird's going to fit in the palm of her hand. Then it comes back up and goes around because it's actually a mitten, so it's supposed to be kind of rounded. And right in the center where it kind of dips here, where the thumb is, come in a bit this way, put a dot. So here's like middle of your page, right? So you put a dot there, there's kind of the middle there, and then we're going to roundly go up to there, and then roundly go up to here, and there's her hand. Now if you wanted that to be puffier, she could have like a puffy hand. Just depends on the mitten you got, right? can I do there? I want this to be just a little rounded. Same with this one. So later I go up here, come to where it is, and round it off, and then come in. Done. Easy enough. Just color it all in. You want to use your big brush for this? Go ahead and use your big brush. That would be faster. Just get all that background white and blue off of it. I'm getting used to painting flat rather than using an easel, and I tell you, going back to the easel, it's kind of hard on the shoulder. At least the way I'm sitting. The way I'm sitting is kind of weird. So see this, I'm not going to even worry about where the thumb is. Just going to make this shape. And then maybe this may be easier for you guys just to draw this shape to start with. There. That looks kind of cool. Just have a little lump right there. A little lump, and up here it's like a little lump. Ooh, there we are. I like it. So that's my glove. Now to make these lines so that in the sweater you have all like with my sweater you have like the little lines that are in it, we're going to take our red, move some over. You don't need a whole lot of it. See how much paint I don't need? I use way too much paint here. Taking a little bit of black, that's probably too much. And I'm going to make a deeper red by just mixing those together. If it looks too black, add a bit more red to it. You want to see it, but you don't want it to be like black on there. Okay, so you got yourself a bit of deep red. Now, this is her sleeve here, obviously this little bit here. So I am going to draw some lines, and as you're drawing them, draw them kind of a bit rounded. They're going to go a little bit straighter as they get into the center. And on the top, they're going to round and they're going to come down. This will give the illusion that that's puffy and round. And then on the top, we're just going to go just kind of some little lines across the top here. Maybe it goes all the way, I don't know. Maybe they go all the way to the top. Maybe they do. I'm going to go over the edge here too. Right here where this break is, like this bend, you want to have some darkness in there. And then across the bottom. And you know me, I'm messy, so I'm just going to tap away at this. You can wipe that brush off and go into some straight red and just go beside them and tap around in between just to mess it up, make it a little thinner. I like the messy because I think it just looks more realistic in an abstract way. If that makes any sense. Realistic in an abstract way. Abstractly realistic. I'm going to create my own genre. Realistic abstract. Alright, there we go. I like that better. A little bit messy. So with the dark stuff too, so you're going to go where her thumb is, make a thumb, and then you're going to make like a triangle underneath. Now you can see all my scribble underneath. This is why I don't like to sketch too much. But I'm just going to go with it and make it look like I highlighted all this, or I gave it some darkness. So I'm going underneath the thumb. And it's going to be darker at the bottom, right? So I messed that up. So wipe that off, go back in with some fresh red, straight red, and just go in over top of all that. Mess it up a little bit. Ooh, I like it. I'm going to go over the thumb here with some straight red. adjust that up just a little bit. It's going to be a shadow, but I don't want it to be so dark. That looks very cool. Intentional messiness. Intentional messiness. Beauty, beauty, beauty. Okay, not gonna worry about that anymore. Okay, now, bird time. I'm gonna use a clean brush. So this probably is really gonna show all my pencil marks, but my bird is white under here. So I did a circle and then I did another circle on top. So I'm gonna go around it with black so you guys can see what I did. You don't have to go around it with black. You can just make it white when you have your pencil. But I started with this circle, so it goes right through his face, which I don't want. So say here's the circle, comes round through here, and then down this other side. So that's one circle. And then I did a circle on his head here. So that was a circle. And then I made it a little bit pointy at the top. So that circle went all the way around. Then I changed it. So a circle, and it's part way through this circle. So you can see if I followed this circle around, it would come up right to the center of his face and then down. And this circle would come down around. So they were going to meet here. Kind of, my circle would come up around through here and come around. So you're seeing that circle going through. And then this one comes down through his chest. But I added, I'm just going to make him, I'm going like that. So I give him this funny little chest piece that goes down into that other one. Make sense? All right. I'm going to draw it on a piece of paper because that's crazy. I'm going pretty fast anyway. So, my little book here. So, here's your hand, comes down like that and then up. So here I drew a circle, that's my first one. And then my other one, I did a circle here. So it overlapped. And right in there, that's where the beak is going to be. But I took this edge and I went down, brought it in here, and then brought it out. And that's going to be all black, and then just gave his head just a little bit of a point so it's not so round. And then we're going to be doing some eyes and stuff. So right from the center, we're going to leave a little space in the center like this. So you're drawing two lines. It can be exactly in the center or over. Just he'll be looking sideways if it's not perfect. And then kind of make like circles or ovals. That's just going to be white. Okay, don't paint the beak. The beak is like a diamond on the bottom and a diamond at the top. So it's just like a big diamond. And then we'll put a diamond inside. So there's black feathers here. Black feathers. I don't even know what kind of bird this is. I don't think it's a chickadee. We'll just start with his color and then we'll make him look fluffy after. We'll find a way to make the gloves look fluffy too. Okay, so it looks kind of goofy right now, but trust me. It'll look alright in a minute. Back to the white with this round brush. Inside this, I am going to go white. I'll show you where the black goes. Got water in here, so it's watery. keep wiping my brush because I'm picking up some black here. I don't want to. I want a little bit of white on that side too. There we go. Do I want any white over here? Yeah. And this is going to be yellow, so I want to paint this white first because yellow's super transparent. So if you're just going to do yellow on here, it's going to take you forever to color it in. So pick up the black. So here's where you can see the triangle for his beak. So if you want at any point here, just make him a little wider there. You make his eye a little more round on this side. If it doesn't look even, you can adjust it up here. And then all this down here has to be white as well, so I'll just color all that in, and I'm going to color over that black too. It's okay that it goes a little gray in there. I don't mind. I don't mind. Just watch your red. There. Woo. Okay. Stretch. Stretch. I might mess up those gloves a little bit. I'm not quite ready to do that yet though. Going back into the eye with black in this little brush, just so you can see little round eyeball, and over here a little round eyeball. Trying to make them the same size. I'm going to blast this with my blow dryer so that it doesn't get all over the place. Sorry. I know it's not perfectly dry, but it's a little bit drier, so we'll just go with that. Make this a little bit brighter now. I accidentally opened my mom's mail the other day. It was from the government. I thought it was like medical services or something. So I opened it up, and there's this big headline saying that I need to get my eyes examined before my next driver's license. I'm like, what? How old am I? I was reading and it was my mom's. Ay, ay, ay. And she doesn't know she has to do that yet. She's not home. So funny. So I'm just like blopping this on right now, just so that it looks. Actually, you can create feathers with it by just blopping it. I want it to be fluffy. Come over the edge. Same with the black. So it's going to sort of fluff over her glove a little bit. So, what should I do with that? I'm just gonna like tap, tap, tap a little bit. Just maybe some feathers will come over the edge a little teeny bit. Oh, yeah. Nice. So it looks a little fluffier. Just tapping it. I'm going to tap the edges over here too so that it looks fluffy on the side. I want it to be like a little fluff ball. Just a little fluff ball bird. Nice. Okay, so also it's true for the black. The black needs to be a little fluffier. So now that the white is done, I can go in here along this edge, and I'm going to fluff here. Lightly tapping, mostly tapping on top of the black. Just light, tap, tap, tap. Get fluffy. There you go, getting fluffy. And then I'm going to tap around his head and make it fluffy out there too. I've hardly any paint on my brushes. Whatever's left on my brush, I'm just tapping with. I was going to paint the little owl, the Rockefeller owl. Wipe most of that black off. I'm going to put a little bit inside of this. Move it around. Don't want it to be just like straight white. Okay, get all that off. And I'm going to put some more white back on top of that because it was just a little bit too gray for me. And now it just looks like shadow underneath because I'm letting the white sit on top. The white can fluff up into the black there. If you just want it to be white again, just let it dry a little bit and then go back over it. To fluff around his eyes. Hardly any paint. Don't have a whole lot of paint on your brush. Because this does not have to be neat here, because it's feathery. See how the difference between the little bit of fluffing, and then just leaving it solid? It looks a little bit more realistic, abstractly realistic. Quite fun. I think I wanted him to be a little rounder. You can just change your mind on the shape anytime you want inside of your paintings. That's perfect. Does need a little dot in his eye, but first I want to make that black just a little rounder. And that one too. I have the worst eyesight in the world. Okay, so wash that off. I'm going to go grab some more white, and I'm going to with just a tiny little bit on the end of my round brush. I'm going to roll it in, have a little tiny little bit on there, and then you can just touch the eye. Oh, there's one little dot and one little dot. I can make that one a little bigger. Sorry if my head's in the way. Like I said, I got bad eyesight, so I'll wipe most of that off. And this, I'm going to just keep fluffing around with this thing too. Like it. Okay, straight yellow. Straight yellow. And I'm going to go over the beak. Now it really shows up because it has that white behind it. And I mean, if you don't believe me, try doing it without putting white behind it and see how far you get, because it's terrible. Now, to make it look like his little mouth is open, you're going to put a little black diamond inside of here. So right in the center, you're going to draw in a diamond. And it looks like his little mouth is open. So going back to your dark stuff, because I can't see where my thumb is, I'm going to go around where I want my thumb to be. Because I couldn't see it. Just couldn't see it. There we go. I really like it. Okay, what's missing in this thing? Snow! Okay, so you can use the back of your brush. My goodness, did way too much paint on my palette. As I'm turning, the snowflakes are getting to be different sizes, so it looks more, rather than having perfect polka dots all over the place, snow comes in all different sizes, right? Don't be afraid to put them on top of your painting, because snow will fall in front. Just wait till it gets a little bit smaller before I hit my bird with it. I'm going to do the red last because I don't want to bring any red into this down here. Now, can you see the value in having, like, if your background was all messy with blue and white, and then it would look like it was all kinds of weather going on? I really like it. I like it a lot. There you go, guys. A little bird in the hand. A little bird in the hand, and there you have it. Don't forget to sign. And there you go. So that is bird in a hand. I kind of like it. It's not Rockefeller the owl, but it's a cute little bird in the winter time. So enjoy. Next time I see you guys, I will be in Mexico. So stay safe. I'm gonna, but warm.